Good morning, church family. Over the last little while, I've spent a decent amount of time online listening to different messages. Two that really spoke to my heart. One was from Pastor Jeff Strong titled Not to Waste a Pandemic. And the other one was an interview with Jason. And it was practical tips on how to strengthen and deepen our relationship with God during this time. But that title, Not to Waste a Pandemic, it spoke to me about opportunities that arise from a very difficult situation, which enables us as believers to minister to those within our congregation and within our community. And so what has come to my attention and burdens my heart is that there are families within our community that before this even started were struggling and were very vulnerable. Thank goodness Pastor Jason has invested a lot of time, along with Judy and Brenda, ministering to the people in our community with Beyond the Bell. And they are very aware of families within our community that are vulnerable. Another resource is Redfish School. We have a great working relationship with them, and they are very knowledgeable on those families that were vulnerable before the school year even started. And now that has escalated. And so as believers and as people of God, we have a wonderful opportunity to minister in a very practical way to our community. And that is through our benevolent fund. There are people that perhaps can't even put food on the table right now. And I guess that's the part that speaks to my heart the loudest, is that, I remember those very difficult years when I was a young mom and we struggled. And I remember that the one thing that we could do was put food on the table, and that spoke volumes to our hearts because it was a very tangible way that we could provide for our family. So I'm asking and encouraging that we use this wonderful opportunity to minister to those in our area. And so along with your tithing to the church, if you would consider contributing to the benevolent fund, and those monies can be used in the form of grocery gift cards that can be given to families so that it's specifically used for putting food on the table, and in a very practical way that we're able to say that we care. So I want to read a scripture, and it's a scripture that kind of speaks towards this. It's meant for the people of God, but it's also meant, I believe, for us to use in action towards those around us that God has put it in our path. And it comes from Philippians 1, and I'll start at verse 9. And it's Paul, and he's praying, and he says, I pray that your love for each other will overflow more and more, and that you will keep on growing in your knowledge and understanding. For I want you to understand what really matters, so that you may live pure and blameless lives until Christ's return. May you always be filled with fruit of your salvation, those good things that are produced in your life by Jesus Christ. For this will bring much glory and praise to God. So I just trust and pray that you use this opportunity to just reach out and minister to the people in our area in a very tangible, practical way. Thank you. And I look forward to when we can meet again and see each other face to face. Take care.